Dear mid laners, you guys are the AP pill and AD monsters of League and a force to be reckoned with. I just have a few things to say. Why do you act like you're the carries of the game? Because you're not. You just aren't. Okay. You could be an AP carry. That's fine. I don't care. But stop pretending like you're doing all the work. You are just sitting there protecting the lane that looks like it is the shortest distance away from the Nexus, when I really think it's more like a runner's track where no matter where you start off, the lanes are all the same. The inside looks smaller, but it's actually the same distance as the first one out. I don't know. I haven't done the math on it. I'm sure I can Google it, which I might. And if it's true, I will say so. Other than that, now this debate comes up a lot, whether or not you should stay in lane or you should leave lane and help your team push their lane, or if an enemy is overextended, you should go in behind them. A lot of mid laners leave lane to do that for the ADC or the top. But my opinion is you should stay in lane. You are an idiot if you leave lane. Okay, well, you're only an idiot if you leave lane while your mid laner enemy is still there. Because if you leave lane and you only push them back to the tower, they're just going to push back. They're just going to push back to your tower and get more CS. Maybe if they're behind, they're going to get more CS. Maybe even catch up to you while you're trudging down river to go help your teammates because they couldn't keep their lane. Or maybe if they're playing passively and you think without asking if they're playing passively, you just run down there and you screw up their entire plan. They run up like, well, this idiot's coming down bot, so we might as well push up. You go up there, you die, they die, and the enemy is pushing their lane because they already had the minions at their tower. How you know they just weren't farming? You don't know that. And don't say, well, wouldn't they say so? Wouldn't they ping me back? I've pinged back so many Yasuas when I was a support or ADC, and they come in anyway. And then they die, and they be like, ugh, where were you guys? I'm not coming bot anymore. Please don't. Don't. I didn't call you in the first place. I would have called the jungler. Please stop giving your team cancer. Please. Okay. Now here's a little story about me. All right. Oh no, I know, selfish, right? Okay. So I was at Twitch and I was going ham, and I was like, okay, we need to play more passively because the jungler's staying bot more often. And I had a Blitzcrank who was awesome. He was like, okay, sure, we'll stay back. And we had a mid cat. Okay, I swear to God, she had no kills. She was 0-2 against Ari, I believe. It might have been actually Fizz, but who cares? Point is, she was losing. We let them push up because we wanted our jungler to come around and take him out. Instead, Cat came down, and I fucking kid you not. I kid you not. She came in, did her ult, did 0 damage. I ulted with Twitch's ult, you know, the stupid thing that goes on for miles. I hit them, and then I E'd and took the poison out and killed them. Oh my fucking God. She said, I should have got that kill. I'm mid lane. I'm cat. I need to get the fed. Are you fucking joking to me, bitch? Are you serious? Are you serious? You need to get fed, and you can't even keep your own lane, bro. She was losing her tower as she was typing. And then, okay, it wasn't the first time in this game that she did this. We pushed them back to the tower because we almost had the tower gone. She ults into their tower. She doesn't get a kill, gets hit by Vayne. She gets she gets I think E'd into the wall and gets hit by turrets and just dies. And then I move back because, you know, I'm not an idiot. I'm not fighting under tower. I have poison. Like, you don't fight under tower with poison. And Blitzcrank pulled back too because he already used and missed his hook. This cat straight up said, oh my God, my team is cancer. Please report. Are you fucking joking me? You ran under tower. How is that my fault? How was I can't control your idiotic actions. I am sorry that you died on the tower, but I'm an intelligent being who doesn't run under something when my passive gives an enemy poison, which automatically attracts a tower towards me. I am squishy, you imbecile. You just can't escape it, dude. Like, seriously, that cat was. I have never dealt with a cat like that. No. I have never dealt with a laner who literally says I should have gotten those kills. Bitch, it's my lane. Why would I give you the kills? That doesn't make sense. Am I the idiot here? Seriously. Okay. So, oh my god. All right, I'm not perfect. All right, I'm not a perfect player, and especially a perfect mid lane player. I've had those times where my mid laner left, and I ping you. Okay, I ping missing, and I ping. Okay, they're going in a certain direction. They're going top. I ping, warning. Here's an example of how I could be misconstrued depending on how someone tells a story. That I'm a douchebag. But I swear to you, I didn't mean to sound like one. So I had this Rumble top, and he was going against a Shin. He was the lane was pretty even. They had both kills and deaths on each side. The jungler kept attacking him. My mid laner went up there a couple of times, which I pinged. I'm not going to run up to top lane to stop my mid laner when I can push their tower. They are losing out, and my my mid laner, my enemy mid laner, never did any damage to my top laner, which was Lux, by the way. I was playing Teemo, which I was playing AD Teemo. But so I went and kept attacking tower, and she bead, which I pinged, and she didn't come back to mid lane. She just ran off through jungle into top apparently. And my top laner, now this could make me look like a douchebag, but I was like, she died. He said, mid lane, your person's up there killing my tower. And by the time he said that, the tower's already gone. He said, why didn't you help top? I was like, why should I help top? I'm already pushing mid. Then after I said that, I already destroyed the tower. He said, well, you need to be paying attention to top lane. I said, I quote, I said, that's not my lane. Why would I be paying attention to it? And he said, oh, okay, well, touche. Now, depending on what side of this conversation you're on, I could be a douchebag. I could look like the douchebag, or I could just be saying, well, why should I be paying attention to that lane? I'm trying to push my lane. And it's not like I didn't achieve something and just say, oh, why should I be paying attention to that lane? It would be different if I didn't do any damage to her tower and she took top tower and killed my top laner. It would have been different then. Now I was like, okay, that's my bad. I'm an idiot. Like I've said, I've played different champs. I've played Teemo mid. I've played Thresh mid, which I really enjoyed because it's actually very fun to play Thresh mid. I've played Bard mid. I've played Soraka mid. I've played Sona mid. I've played a lot of supports mid. But regardless, I've played different champs that don't normally go with the whole meta thing. The meta is stupid, okay? Like, you have to play Ahri, or you have to play Annie in mid lane, or Malzahar. No, that is boring. Okay, you build. Okay, oh, well, I'll just go Malzahar, and I'll just build recommended. Okay, you do that. I'm your enemy. I'm going to know exactly what you're going to build, because you're just going to build recommended, because you're not trying to be anything else. I'm trying to get up in that young challenger tier, so I'm going to just build what the pros build. I'm just going to counter that. I'm just going to counter your build. I know what the recommended build on Malzahar. I used to main him. Well, actually, no, they changed it. They actually dropped a lot of items, but I've played him recently, and I've gotten familiar with the new items that they have on him. Now, I'm not saying you can't play Ahri or Malzahar or Annie mid. I'm just saying spice it up a little bit. Don't build recommended. This is basically for all lanes. Like, don't just build recommended because that's what it says and that's what it does. Experiment. Throw your enemy laner off. Do something out of the norm. Do something that'll make them think and force them to do something. Okay. Now this is a different story, but this is a top lane story. I went top Teemo against a Riven. I was not building. We didn't have any tanks, so I was building tank Teemo, and we had mostly AP. So when the Riven kept attacking me, not under tower, she was like, "What? Why are you doing so much damage?" Oh, because I'm not building AP. Because she was building against AP, which I wasn't stacking poison. I had like 2 into poison at level 6. And she was like, "Oh, why are you doing so much damage?" Because I am building AD and tank, meaning I am bursting you down, and you aren't prepared for that because you're not building armor. You're just building. I think she had a Dorn's Blade and what else did she have? She had some. She had Merc boots. Really, Merc boots. Pay attention. This is that. All I'm saying is pay attention to what your people are building. Don't build recommended. You're going to get thrown off by somebody who knows that you're just going to build recommended and just delete you. You're just going to get deleted by someone who knows exactly what you're going to build. Spice it up. Jesus, it's not that hard, dude. All right, you know I hate to say this word. In this meta, I think mid lane might be the easiest one to start out with, especially if you're new to the game. Try starting out with Zed. I mean, because a few people counter Zed, but his hard counter is Kayle, and not a lot of people play Kayle. Not a lot of people look up counters either, which baffles me. Okay, let me just go off for a second. Okay. I've been in teams where they, you know the draft picks. For people who know what draft pick are, you pick your champs first, and you can ban champs that you don't want to fight against. I've had people who do the pre-pick of who they want, and they pick their champs, and you see on the opposite team that they counter your champ before you pick, but you pick the same champ that you get countered by the opposite person. Why do people do that? That is oh my god, that's so retarded. You would rather lose your lane and complain that, "Ooh, I wanted to try this champ." Okay, I get it. It's norms. I don't really care if you want to try something new in norms, but know your counters, because that's stupid. If you want to go, I don't know, like I said, Zed, and you already see that there's a Kayle. Okay, regardless if the Kayle is top or mid, you will get countered by the Kayle. Okay? It's stupid. It's just stupid to do that kind of thing. Okay, the reason I say that mid is the easiest lane to start out with, because a lot of people say, "Oh no, support is the easiest lane to start out with." No, it's not, because you as a support are counted on to make sure that your ADC doesn't die. That is too much responsibility for a level 1 person to deal with. Now, of course, you can't always have the mid lane, and you will sometimes be forced to do support. A lot of times you'll be forced to do support, but you can at least attempt to get mid lane, because ADC, you are a carry. You have to carry the game. Now, depending on who the mid laner is or the top laner is, you are dependent upon to carry the game. But in top lane, I say it's probably the second best lane to start out with if you can't get mid, because there's tanks up there, and usually you have a tank champ if you're going top. And if you don't, well, there's a lot of people who counter a lot of tanky champs. But avoid ADC and support as much as possible. Jungle is a completely different story, and I'll have to go into that at a different time. But for real, this lane is probably the worst lane to keep, but the easiest lane to play. Because if bot loses lane, they're coming mid. I promise you that if bot loses their lane, they are all coming mid to push down your tower for an early game. Until it hits the 15, maybe not 15, yeah, maybe like 11 to 15 minute mark, you should not be going aggro on towers. Okay, Get CS, dude. CS is the game plan. You need CS to get items, to get further. If you have more CS than your laner, but okay, let's say your enemy laner has 2 kills and you have like 115 CS, and let's say usually by 11 to 12 minutes, which is pretty terrible CS if you think about it. But if you have that at that point in time, you are still better off from them, especially if they didn't kill anybody or shut down anybody. So screw them. But if you have more CS than your laner, you can get better items, you can build stuff faster, and while they're picking at each thing to get their full build, and they're only on the 2nd tier of their full build, full build item, then you are game plan. You are actually in the lead right there. But in conclusion, thank you for watching, listening, something. Sure. All right. But as always, if you would you'd like to leave a like, you could get something. One like, you get what do I have around me? You get double-sided tape. Double-sided tape. No longer will you have to fold single-sided tape over itself to stick something to a wall. You can now stick something. You can stick the sticky part on one end and the other sticky part, and you can put a picture up on the wall. Double-sided tape. You will get double-sided tape. I swear to you. Tomorrow in your mailbox, you will get double-sided tape. No joke. And don't look at your mailbox.
I promised you
I promised I won't have a video this long again.
this. If you shut those weary eyes, you know it won't take long. It's been about